The book that has transformed thousands of lives. Manifest and Receive by Eva Hartley. What if I told you the reason you haven't manifested what you desire yet is because you're trying to do it the wrong way? It's not a lack of faith. It's not the universe's timing. It's the way you're relating to your energy. You think you're asking, but you're vibrating scarcity. You repeat affirmations, but you still feel lost. You pray, but you live anxiously, and that blocks everything. This book, Manifest and Receive by Eva Hartley, isn't just another book about the law of attraction. It's an awakening, a slap of reality, followed by a hug for the soul. And today, I'm going to show you why it has transformed thousands of lives. And it might be exactly what you need to change yours. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. You learned that if you wanted something badly, you could get it. That all you had to do was ask forcefully, repeat it every day, visualize it, insist on it. But nobody told you that wanting without being vibrates lack, and the universe doesn't respond to lack. You can ask with the most beautiful words, but if your body is tense, if your mind is agitated, if your soul vibrates, "I don't have," that's what you're emitting. You don't manifest with what you desire. You manifest with what you vibrate, and vibration is identity. It's who you are when nobody is watching. It's what you feel in the silence. There's no point in shouting for abundance if you're at war with money. There's no point in asking for great love if you're still hiding from yourself. There's no point in clamoring for freedom, afraid of leaving your internal prison. You know that anxiety of wanting to see results quickly? That urgency disguised as faith? That's scarcity in disguise. And scarcity repels. Always. Even when it comes from good intentions, you learned to want, but you forgot to be. And then you got lost trying to deserve, trying to prove yourself, trying to fit into patterns that aren't even yours. But what if abundance didn't come from effort, but from alignment? What if manifestation wasn't about fighting, but about allowing your truth to flourish? Allowing your ideal version to take command. Allowing your frequency to speak louder than your fears. Because being is more powerful than any desire, and that's what the universe responds to. Manifestation begins when you decide to become, and not just dream, to wear the identity, to embody the feeling, to act, speak, think, and feel like someone who already is, not as a character, but as someone who woke up from oblivion and remembered that they don't need to conquer, just tune in. Because everything you desire, it already exists. It's simply waiting for you to resonate with the feeling of already possessing it. The universe responds to your frequency, not your words. You can repeat 1,000 affirmations. You can memorize beautiful phrases and stick them on the mirror. But if your vibration is loaded with fear, it's the fear that manifests. If your energy still says, "I'm not enough," the universe doesn't argue. It confirms. Because the universe feels what you feel, not what you say. It reads your frequency like a radar. And every emotion of yours, every hidden thought, every silent belief, is emitting a signal that shapes your reality. That's why it's not enough to appear calm. You must be at peace. It's not enough to say you trust. You must truly trust. Trust is a vibration, and vibration is everything. But when wanting turns into desperation, everything freezes. You think insisting forcefully will make it happen faster, but sometimes the over-insistence is what's blocking everything. Because desperation is not faith in action. It's scarcity screaming, disguised as urgency. And scarcity doesn't create. It repels. You've learned that the more you chase, the closer you get. But what if the chasing was what pushes it away? What if what you call faith is actually fear in disguise? Fear that it won't work out. Fear of not being chosen. Fear of not deserving. The universe responds to your vibration, not to your haste. If you vibrate, "I need this to be happy," you are vibrating absence, not fulfillment. And absence never manifests fulfillment. Desperation is a survival frequency, and manifestation happens in the vibration of creation. You don't create when you're suffocated. You create when you're at peace, when you trust enough not to cling. Letting go isn't giving up, it's trusting. It's leaving the tension of control and entering the flow of surrender. It's saying to the universe, "I know it's mine, and therefore I don't chase." And in that space, the miracle finally finds space to arrive. True receptivity requires trust and inner calm. There's a moment when you stop running, a moment when you take a deep breath and understand that what is yours doesn't need to be forced. Because force is born from fear. And where there is fear, there is no room for miracles. Receiving is different from asking. Receiving is trusting. It's opening your hands, releasing control, silencing the mind that says something is lacking, that it's delayed, that it's never coming. Anxiety is loud. Trust is silent. Those who trust, rest. Not out of passivity, but out of wisdom. Because they know they have already planted the seeds, and the universe is watering them. You don't attract when you shout for help. You attract when you attune yourself to the peace of someone who already knows they have won. The sign of arrival is not external movement, it's internal tranquility. That inexplicable peace that comes before any evidence. Because feeling is the frequency of manifestation. Thinking is not enough. You've already realized that, haven't you? You can visualize, repeat, internalize. But if you don't feel as if it's already real, manifestation cannot find a path to be born. You've learned to think positive, but what if the thought doesn't vibrate with the heart? What if you are saying, I am prosperous? But inside, you still feel small, guilty, or afraid? The universe listens to your emotional field, not your mental script. Feeling is pure vibration. It's the language of creation. It's what the universe understands without needing translation. That's why, when you truly feel, you attune to what already exists. Want to manifest something great? Then feel what it would be like to live it now. How would your body react? What would your gestures, your posture, your voice be like? This feeling as if is the true portal of creation. Thoughts are seeds. Feelings are roots. It's what is rooted in you that manifests. Therefore, feel abundance before counting the numbers. Feel love before seeing someone arrive. Because feeling is the signal the universe follows. And when you feel it, you can already give thanks, even before receiving. Gratitude is a secret code, a vibrational shortcut. When you give thanks beforehand, you're saying, I have already received. And the universe, like a faithful reflection, says, then here it is. But take heed, it's not forced gratitude. It's genuine gratitude. Gratitude for being alive, for being learning, for being becoming. When you learn to give thanks for the invisible, you activate the magnetism of the inevitable. You align yourself with the vibration of fulfillment, and that frequency attracts everything that is in resonance, effortlessly, without struggle, without scarcity. Gratitude is trust clothed in feeling. It's faith in the form of presence. It's the vibration of someone who has already received, even if the world hasn't seen it yet. But the universe already has. Manifestation is a matter of energetic identity. You don't manifest with what you want. You manifest with who you are, with the frequency you carry, even without realizing it. Even when you swear you're trying, you've learned that you need to conquer in order to have. But what if the real secret is to embody before receiving, to act as one who already is, to feel as one who already has, to choose as one who already lives it? Identity isn't a label, it's a frequency. It's the sum of your thoughts, emotions, and daily actions. It's what you believe about yourself, even if silently. And that's what the universe replicates. You say you want abundance, but you still act as if you need to justify yourself in order to have it. You want to be chosen, but you vibrate as if you still haven't chosen yourself. Do you perceive the dissonance? When you change your identity, everything changes around you. Not because the world has changed, but because you've changed the station. You're no longer trying to be. You have become. But to achieve that, you need to rewrite the programming of your subconscious. It's in there, where everything begins, in the unseen part, in the unhealed childhood, in the phrases you heard and believed, in the traumas that hid but never disappeared. As long as your subconscious is programmed with scarcity, you will continue sabotaging your manifestation, even trying, even praying, even striving. Because your rational self wants it, but your deep self is still afraid. It's time to reprogram, with intention, with presence, with tools that access the invisible, like affirmations, visualizations, journaling, EFT. Because to change reality, you need to change the root. You don't have to carry the pain forever. You don't have to repeat the cycles. You can rewrite the story. The story that your body still remembers, and that your soul is ready to transform. Because every transformation starts from the inside out. You can change jobs, change houses, change partners. But if nothing changes inside you, the story repeats itself with a new setting. You learn to solve the outside, but no one taught you to dive into the inside. And that's why the patterns return. The pains return, the same frustrations disguised. Because the root is still alive. Transforming yourself isn't putting on a new outfit. It's shedding skin. It's dying to the old self. It's confronting internal truths you tried to avoid. But that continue to shape your reality. You think the world rejects you, but it's you who still rejects yourself. You think the universe ignores you. But it's your internal voice that still says, I'm not enough. And the external only reflects what you vibrate in silence. Want to change everything? Then stop running outside and come back inside. The world only changes when you change the frequency that is creating it. Manifesting is returning to your essence. Ultimately, it's not about acquiring things. It's about remembering who you are. Because before the pain, before the doubt, you were already whole. Manifesting isn't about addition. It's about removing what isn't yours. It's about releasing the masks, undoing the conditioning, unlearning the fear. You were born with everything, born with light, with magnetism, with the power to create. But you were taught to doubt it, and you believed it. You believed you needed to prove yourself, that you needed to be worthy, that you needed to fight. But the truth is, you always have been. You are abundance. You are love. You are peace. You are the channel through which the universe moves. You are the manifestation, even before you ask. So stop running. Go back within. Feel. Listen. Remember. Because your greatest desire is your higher self trying to guide you back home. Tell me now. How many times have you tried to manifest something and thought the problem was the how-to? But what if the real blockage was who you are being while you're trying? It's not just about doing. It's about feeling. It's about aligning. It's about remembering who you truly are. So I ask you, who are you choosing to be today? Are you vibrating with the energy of fear or of confidence? Are you attuned to lack or to the abundance that is already rightfully yours? Comment down below. Which of these truths resonated with you the most? And which one will you start applying today? Don't keep this just to yourself. Share it. Expand. Live. And if this content spoke to your soul, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stick around with us. Because this is just the first doorway. There's much more transformation waiting for you on the other side.